Welcome to Ashiel. This is Spiritual Guiding Light. This is your weekend entrepreneur reading. For those of you who are new to the SGL show, welcome. Make sure you follow and subscribe. I'm going to start off with some masculine and energy and feminine energy. If you have any questions, email spiritualguidinglight@gmail.com. I will try to answer them the best way that I can. We have the Chariot in reverse masculine. Put that on the side here. We have the Queen of Pentacles, masculine energy, as well as the Two of Cups, masculine energy. There's no need to look for love to come in. I don't know why I had to say that, but there's, for the most part, entrepreneur, there's no need to look elsewhere or go elsewhere when everything that you need is where you are. Okay. And the Page of Wands. Okay. With the Page of Wands, you're going to need to have charisma. Followed by with the Page of Cups. Navedity. Let's see. Navedity, lack of experience, wisdom, and judgment. I truly believe that this is this too shall come to pass. If you have a low vibrational thought process of thinking of constant lack, your Chariot is not going to come in. Okay. So if you want your heart desires or what it is that you're trying to manifest, right, within your company or your business, are you trying to manifest new clients? Well, you have to get out of the mind frame of lack. Okay. And have charisma doing that, okay? Because you definitely have an Ace of Cups, an offer, waiting, and it's here. Simply just saying all you have to do is make that deposit. Okay, that Queen of Pentacles, and then you'll definitely see that balance with the masculine and the feminine energy working both cups. Okay, sometimes you have to be gentle and sometimes you have to be firm in pertaining to getting what it is of the benefits and getting your name out there. Okay, definitely have to stand strong. Okay, to build more relationships. You definitely don't want to come off as weak. You want to have a mirror energy of high spirits and definitely show self-love. And by doing so, simply say this affirmation: I love and accept myself. My fears are gone. Keep your eye on the prize, my friend. All right, my business is growing and thriving. The power is within me. Simply say yes, and you'll then see that people are interested, they're intrigued, and they're definitely fascinated. Listener, all right, so let's go ahead and do your weekend entrepreneur read for August of 2021. We have oil and essentials. Essentials, oils, and diffusers are sprays will uplift your space and mood. We have savings. Now is the time. Now is not the time to spend. Okay. Love beyond your words. So basically, what this is, entrepreneur, Don't invest your knowledge where it's not accepted. Don't waste your time. Okay, this is not literally talking about money. This your words is currency. Okay, be mindful where you deposit your knowledge of helping. Okay, give deposit where people are saying yes and they are wanting direction or assistance. So, same thing. And we have creativity. What are you exploring and how do you feel? And then we have exercise. Aim for at least 30 minutes of moderate physical activity daily. Also, entrepreneur, this can be literally practice communicating, practice your pitch, even if you have to look in the mirror. Practice, and pertaining to when you place yourself in situations to where you're going to have to be able to explain your services or your product. Okay, let's let's get let's clarify the oil essentials. And it also can be entrepreneur that your anointing oil is very, very essential for those of you who that resonates with. Yeah, the Ten of Wands. Casting your cares and your burdens, right? No longer being afflicted, trusting that divine is going to give you the strength to be able to push forward, even though you are unable to see because um, the burdens or situations are at hand. It's because you won't let it go. Moving out of the Ten of Wands. This can be an opportunity that you need to let go of that no longer serves you, or this can be an idea that you need to let go of because it's called, instead of those burdens have become swords, as well as the Seven of Wands having to fight people off. Pertaining to, you fill in the blank, whether this is fighting off people for an opportunity. This is also be mindful of who you are investing and depositing your information to, right? You gave information by talking too much, right? And these people now you're fighting off, right? Shocking, that stabbed in the back, right? So now you're pushing forward, still through with the Ten of Wands, okay? Knowing that your anointing oil is essential, it's required, right? You didn't put all your eggs in one basket because you're creative. We have creativity, right? How do you feel now? Happy that you didn't say too much, right? And now that was basically an exercise, and now you're saying yes, and now you're able to see. Sometimes we have to bump our head, or sometimes we have to experience loss and pertaining to ideas or opportunities, right? When people try to sabotage, right? And now you know when to save information because you know that your knowledge is currency, right? Your knowledge is going to create your abundance, right? You have the Four of Cups, right? Still, for those of you who have not let go, divine is saying, say yes. Look, I have this Ace of Cups waiting for you, but you have to snap out of it. Right? The Two of Cups, this is trickery. right? And the Queen of Cups, the person orchestrating this, whether this is you or someone else, I hope it's not you. Not understanding the true trickery is the King of Pentacles. You guys know I look at our intuitive, my card's totally different. The King of Pentacles is a fake, it's false. So it is keeping up with the Joneses, right? As well as the, the, the Queen of Wands. The illusion of royalty. The illusion of you got it like that. And they don't. You fill in the blank of what that is. And now that you're aware and that you can see and you're no longer blinded, you're no longer affected by the Three of Swords. Or did it cause heartbreak, disappointment, right? Especially when we believe we have a good product or a good idea. But the storm is definitely over with the Hierophant. You know, it's the everything happens for a reason type thing. Okay. Let's go ahead and get some direction here. We have the King of Pentacles in reverse. This is definitely talking about greed. Whew. Definitely sense that you've moved away or you're no longer dealing with people who are greedy. You don't give them the benefit of the doubt, right? Because you definitely trust thyself. That is your affirmation. I trust myself. Saying yes to the Eight of Cups. Let's go ahead. This definitely looks like someone's being entertained here. Yeah, the Nine of Swords. Even though people are being entertained, people don't see that those people who are self-sabotaging, it's not what it seems. That's what I was saying, that false King of Pentacles and Queen of Pentacles. For those of you who are playing the game, let's go ahead and pull your Rebel. Yeah, it's dark and you can't see anything. Take the blinders off. Don't talk to anyone. Don't look at anyone. For those of you who work for an employer and you feel like that, you fill in the blank of how you want to get out of the situation. Don't let your issues mess it up. Don't mix personal with your business endeavors. Your body is pissed at you. Get over yourself. Pull it together. I'm pulling because most of you, I just want to make sure everything resonates for everyone. For those of you who are new to the SGL show, welcome. Welcome. Make sure you follow and subscribe. Seriously, just do it. This can simply be, don't care about what people say, think, do what you need to do. Okay? It's your life to live. You know, people self-sabotage, people talk. People can create distractions, you know. Put in the footwork. Diligently do what you need to do. and definitely ground yourself. Ground yourself. What the hell are you waiting for? Get it done. Whatever that is, whatever you have to do online, or if that's a publication, book, I don't know. You're a badass. Act like it. Be confident. Okay. And when you drink from your Ace of Cups, understand that this is a infinite flow. It doesn't run dry. And that part where it's that savings, be careful. Don't tell people your business pertaining to where your infinite cup streams from, because that is definitely your anointing oil. That is where you go to recharge, to reset, right? Because if you speak, you're going to be in the Seven of Wands trying to fight people off and be stabbed in the back with burdens. You are able to, with the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. I told you this is a false royalty. And it should be nothing. You should never be distracted by the finest things, which are not the finest things, because the finest things are not seen. Okay? So those who have materialistic uh, lifestyles understand that there's always someone higher and greater than what you see. Okay? And it's just an illusion. It's tangible. That's it. That's all. I understand that in the moment, right? In the presence of, keep in mind to stay strong, mentally strong, and not place your mind in the form of lack. Okay? And that is ego. Okay? If you ever pay attention, for those who don't lack, there's always someone above someone. And the someone who doesn't lack, who makes you feel like you lack, believe me, someone else makes them feel the same. And they don't even lack. But what they lack is peace of mind, true anointing oil, not being in a judgmental, but for the in the most part, not a taker, not a false giver. Only give 10% to gain more. Okay. There's more that I want to reflect regards to this King and the Queen of Pentacles. Right? The Queen of Pentacles also can be looked at as being organically, not organically, but original, right? From the bottom, working the way up to the top. But you understand the Queen can be overthrown. That's the only thing I don't like about the Queen and the King. Kings or queens are man-made. That's why it's important to remind yourself that you're a child of God. God is God's men are infinite. Definitely infinite, but for the most part, I definitely sense there's also, I want to say that this Queen of Cups definitely is a musician in a way. Have being able to have foresight, but not foresight as a gift, foresight of This is like having a tool, and this tool gives information, and the queen is able to watch and stay on her throne. That's how she's able to remain under her throne, because there is no people. She's only surrounded by water and a mountain with a little pasture on it. But there is no tree, there is no sun, there is sky, there is no birds. The only thing that's life is her. So don't believe everything you see. Those who seem that they have the finest thing, entrepreneur, are lonely. As well as the King of Pentacles. False smile, unhappy with all the things that has been taken and not given. Right? Being energized and how is it? People who get off on seeing someone else down. Greed can do this as well. Competitiveness of greed. Hopefully this is not. Let's give some direction on my entrepreneur. But in reality, right, the King of Pentacles is taking responsibility, okay? And the Queen of Pentacles is shrewdness. Let's see what shrewdness is. If I definitely, it's there. Let's see, shrewdness is the quality of having or showing good powers of judgment. And this Queen of Pentacles doesn't have her own judgment. She uses tools to be able to obtain her powers of judgment. She does not have the gift of intuition. The Knight of Cups. Okay. Some of you are sensitive about your talent. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Okay. The Knight of Cups and upright. You're feeling in touch with your emotions right now, and you have no qualms with listening to your heart overhead. Be sure that you're keeping them in check, though, as everything needs balance. A person or message may be arriving soon, as the night offering brings gifts in suit. So, with all of that being said, because I was wondering, I'm like, why am I going in depth about the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles, the shadow sign, right? We have the yin and the yang. I'm talking about the dark side of the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles that we don't pay attention to. So that's kind of what that is. So when that offer comes in, be mindful of the information that you present, or just simply say yes and don't present any information at all, right? To prevent being stabbed in the back, prevent burdens, or this could be someone else coming in with an opportunity that has burdens and they are wearing a false imagery, right? Working harder, working smarter, not harder, which means I'm going to get someone who's willing to do all the work for me, right? We all know the higher you go, the smarter the work is. But A lot of people don't talk about it being on the throne, even though you have your team together. It gets boring just sitting there every now and then, right? So choose wisely, entrepreneur. Your partnerships, definitely read the fine print. Anything else for the entrepreneur? Definitely a moment to trust self over the weekend. This is a weekend reading, okay? We can get caught up and be like, okay, so this is the reading. No, this is not a horoscope. This is an intuitive reading, entrepreneur. Sometimes I just don't read what I see. I how it's coming to me. So we have support group in reverse, which means this is also can be being an egotistic, not being stubborn, which is going on. Yeah, the King of Pentacles. How are we going here? Well, stubbornness, being stubborn, not wanting help, right? Knowing that you need help, not saying anything. But for the most part, no interest of getting out there. Let go. It's time to let go of what is not working in your best interest. Yes, that's exactly what I said. So, from starting from the bottom, working your way up to the top, is self care. Start off small, allow pleasure. That is definitely that Eight of Cups. I mean, Knight of Cups. Then we have online course in reverse. For some of you, it's time to take a break on information. I received that. Okay. Balancing people, people, people. Remember our bills is people. Okay. Okay. So be very, very, very mindful again where you deposit in people and have money magnets. Okay. Look at all the money coming in. I am so grateful for the money I have. That is your affirmation. I am so grateful for the money I have. Okay. And then we have failure. You are not alone. Get clear on what you want to move forward and open new doors. Say yes. Okay. Let's go ahead and give you a universal love of extension. We have the release, definitely confirming responsibility with the King of Pentacles. Some responsibilities are ours to hold, others are not. Do not be fooled in thinking responsibility is only tangible, may reside just within the mind. Take stock today of your perceived responsibilities. Which ones need to go listening? Understand the King of Pentacles is masculine, so for some of you, you need to be firm, you need to be aggressive, okay? So, did I put rebel on here? Continue to be firm and aggressive. So some rebel on here. Rebel for the entrepreneur weekend for August of 2028. Grounding. You think someone is lying. This could be the Nine of Swords, feeling like you've been stabbed in the back. You're able to see that through self-care, once you start putting self first, right? Words don't add up to action. Understand that everything happens for a reason with the Hierophant. Simply say yes. Stop trying to change people. It doesn't work. With that being said, let's shed some light on you, entrepreneur. Even and get your masculine and feminine energies in line, in order, balance them out, be yourself. Don't worry about what people think. Okay? Mean what you say, do what you do. Creating heaven on earth. It is definitely happening. Shed some light on the entrepreneur. Ooh. In pillars of light, your vibration is rising. And then also, how are you dimming your light in order to fit in? What I was just saying. You stand up for yourself in that masculine and that feminine energy. Okay. Some people get off on that. You know, they have nothing else better to do. They are leaders of control of the vulnerable, and you're not vulnerable. It's just sometimes we just are gentle, and you need to choose when it's time to be gentle and when you need to be firm, and you'll be able to tell, right? Business wise, okay. Soulmate, yes, this is your soulmate pertaining to um, shedding love on you. But yes, this opportunity can be a good one. It's just you have to remain out of lack of mind of thinking. Any idea is a good idea. There is no such thing as a bad idea. It's about how you work it. Okay, the worst song on the radio, only reason why it has been successful is because the radio is pounding it in our ears. The next you know, we're singing the words. Next you know, we're bouncing our heads, right? Repetitive. Work it until pitch it until you it just flows, right? It sinks. It's not about convincing. It's about, if you don't believe in an entrepreneur, how is someone else going to believe in it? If you're not presenting yourself like you want it, why would I want to invest? Right? Just take one day at a time. Just some more love on the entrepreneur. Everybody needs to love self. Let go of control issues. That's confirming that help. But be mindful of help. Be mindful who you're asking for help. Okay. Remember that deposit. Choose wisely. Just do it yourself. You can get help. But the main things, if you can do it yourself, do it yourself. Because the last thing you want to do is put something in somebody else's hands and you fall out. Then what? Especially if you already received red flags. Okay? Say yes to self. Say yes to trusting themselves. let's get some direction on loving self. And, and again, I don't know how that popped up, but the King of Pentacles. And I'm going to give you both versions. This is someone pretending, okay? A narcissistic energy can pretend very quite well, okay? It's not real, but for the most part, in business perspective here, 90% of the time, the feelings are not attached, okay? Control your attachment. Have the strength, be brave, okay? Just because you're stepping into being firm in your masculine energy, right? And choosing your feminine energy when it needs to be placed, right? Having the bravery and being focused, okay? Entrepreneur, that is your weekend reading. What is the message? Simply say yes. Trust thyself. You see foolish when you see foolish. You see opportunity, but no, I mean, it's true. When something seems too good to be true, majority of the time it is. And for someone, an opportunity that looks well put together, um, what can you bring to the table, right? So that you don't feel like you lack anything, or you don't feel like you're giving away your power or your control. Be firm when you establish your boundaries in your contract, okay? Don't sit there and agree verbally. That is a red flag that it is bad. Get your business in order, okay? Love self, have strength, maintain your self care, okay? You are the prototype, okay? Understand if you are a creator, entrepreneur, sell your idea or buy one. Simply say yes and watch your interests, okay? All right, I'm sending you love, kindness, open mindfulness. For those of you who are new to the SGL show, make sure you follow and subscribe. Check out our YouTube, as well as you can purchase a personal. The information is in the description box. Just copy and paste the link. All right. Don't forget, love is kind, love is gentle, and that is here.